Alright, welcome back to day 2 of Candy Cane Christmas. Today I'm featuring a SuperDuo candy cane ornament. It's made from obviously SuperDuo's seed beads and 2 4mm bicone crystals. I get my crystals from eBay. They're just cheap ones from China, which I'm guessing they're probably not actually crystal, but just glass, but they sparkle nicely. I don't know if you can see that in the light. They sparkle nicely and look nice on my tree, so I don't tend to use my expensive Swarovskis on Christmas ornaments. So for this particular ornament, you're going to need SuperDuos, of course. And here's where I get them. Luigi'sBeads.com. You can also get them from Beadalon, I think it's called, or Beadaholic, or whatever. Anyway, whatever it is. These are the cyan ruby ones. And the white ones, I got it in this mix. It's got, you know, silver and some clear ones too, but I will be using the white ones out of here. And you'll need 10 of the white and 9 of the red. You're also going to need 8 seed beads. These are Miyuki rounds. And this one is the Silverline Ruby, and this is the Ceylon, which is just kind of a pearly white. You'll need 8 aughts. You'll need 5 red and 4 white. You'll need some 11 aughts, and you'll need 11 of each. And these are just the same colors. You'll need 15 aughts, again the same color, and you're going to need a bunch of these, over 100, if you're going to make the hanger part like I did. So you'll need 100 seed beads total, 50 of each color. But in the project, you're only going to need 6, I think it is. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I'm sorry, 5 in the actual candy cane itself. You'll need your thread of choice. Today I'm going to be using Fireline Crystal, the 8-pound test, and it's just kind of a white color. It'll fade in pretty nicely into the project. You won't really see it. You're going to want a pair of size 12 beading needles. Mine are kind of beat up. I've used them a lot, kind of bent out of shape, but that's not actually a bad thing. And you're going to want a way to cut your thread. I'm just going to use these scissors. You might have a thread set, you can use that too. So gather your supplies and we'll get started. Alright, I've actually already strung 50 of each color of the 15-aught seed beads to try to make this a little faster. I don't think anybody really wants to watch me string on 100 seed beads to make the hanger. So I've already done that. I'm just going to put it to the side. We'll use it after a little bit. Alright, so you're going to need about, I'd say, not quite a wingspan. More like from fingertip to opposite shoulder of your fire line. And what I like to do is just kind of run my fingernail along the end. That flattens it a bit and makes it really simple to get it in the eye of a hook. I'm sorry, the eye of the needle. My brain just went to crochet. Sorry about that. And then I'm a little strange. I actually like to tie this on so I don't lose my needles. So I just put one little knot that keeps the needle where it belongs instead of it flying on the floor. I'm actually going to do the same thing to the other end. Alright, to make this, we're going to start down here on this end and work our way up, and we're going to actually make both sides at the same time. I find it a little easier, especially on this tight curve, if we're not fighting with one side and then the other. If we do it at the same time, it stays kind of loose. It's not too bad. So to begin, you're going to thread on one of your crystals and drop it down to the middle. Like that. Then on your left hand needle, you're going to pick up a red 11-aught and let it fall. And then you're going to pick up a white 11-aught on your right hand needle. Then on both needles, you're going to pick up a white SuperDuo. So one needle goes through one hole and the other needle goes through the other hole. Drop it down. And this is what you have. And make sure you keep your needles separated. You want the needle that had the needle that put the white seed bead on. You need that to be in your right hand. That's your right needle. All right. Now we've got the first red stripe done, and now we need to finish the first white stripe. And this is where we are in the project. So on the left hand needle, you're going to pick up a white seed bead, 11-aught. And on the right hand needle, so that was the left hand needle, on the right hand needle you're going to pick up a red 11-aught. And they'll drop down. And then on both needles, again, just like before, we're going to pick up a red SuperDuo instead of a white one. So we're going to pick up a SuperDuo that's red. And drop it down. Give it a nice pull. And this is what you have. So now the first two stripes are done. And the third stripe, the red stripe, is 2/3 of the way done. On your left hand needle, you're going to finish off the stripe by picking up a red needle, or a red needle. You're going to pick up a red 11-aught seed bead. And on the right hand needle, you're going to pick up a white. And then you're going to pick up a white SuperDuo. Like this. Go ahead and drop it down. And here's what you have. You're going to repeat those same steps until you have 10 11-aughts on each side. So we have 3 right now. So I need to do this 7 more times. Okay. You'll pick up the white 11-aught on your left side to finish off this stripe, and a red 11-aught to begin the new stripe, and then pick up a red SuperDuo. And the thing about SuperDuo is you might want to double check all of the holes to make sure they're not plugged. There's nothing worse than getting into your project and realize that your SuperDuo is got an issue. You just don't want to go there. So frustrating. So here's what I have. Now I'm going to leave you to finish up the next 6, and I'll meet you back when I'm done. Alright, I'm back. I finished up to the 10th 11-aught seed bead on each side. And as you can see, the SuperDuo I'm on is red. So the next one I pick up, of course, will be white. But now we're done with the 11-aughts. So we need to start on the curve. In the finished project, this is where we are. So we're about to add 8-aught on one side and the 15-aught on the other. That will encourage the SuperDuos to curve a bit and make that nice hook shape that we want. So on the left hand needle, you're going to need a red 8-aught. And on the right hand needle, you're going to need a white 15-aught. Like that. And those are super tiny. Then you're going to need to pick up your white SuperDuo and drop it down. And this is what you have. And if you notice, that 8-aught there is kind of forcing the SuperDuo to turn just slightly. And that's exactly what we want. So now, on your left hand needle, you need another 8-aught. This time, red. Drop it down. And on your right hand needle, you need a red. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. A white and a red. Red 15-aught on your right hand needle. And drop it down. And now you need a red SuperDuo. And this is what you have. Again, that 8-aught is forcing the SuperDuo to turn. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. My honey just got home. Alright. This is what we have so far. On your right hand needle, you're going to pick up a white 15-aught, and on your left hand needle you're going to pick up a red 8-aught, and then you're going to pick up, you can't even see my work there, sorry about that. You're going to pick up a red, or I'm sorry, a white SuperDuo on both needles once again and drop it down. And you're going to repeat this step until you have 9 8-aughts and 9 15-aughts. So I've done 1, 2, and 3. And I will meet back with you when I've done the other 6. Alright, here's what I have. And in the finished project, I am up to that SuperDuo right there. I said at the beginning of the video, I think, that I was going to not use the 11-aughts because they're a little big. That 15-aughts will fit, or will sit a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So on my right hand string, I'm going to pick up a red 15-aught, and on my left hand string I'm going to pick up a white 15-aught, and then I'm going to pick up my last crystal. And you can cross your threads here in the crystal, or you can do like I'm gonna do and actually tie a square knot. Probably need to double check and make sure your bead is actually down where it needs to be. That would be wise. I'm gonna pull that as tight as I can. And this is what you have. Now I'm just gonna take each needle and go around the perimeter. So I'm going to go take one needle and get around till I get to the same bead here, right there, that red 15 or 8-aught right there. And the other one I'm going to take all the way around, down, and back up again to meet there. That'll reinforce it. I'll probably tie a couple half hitches as I go just to make sure it's nice and tight. But I'll meet you back when I have both needles coming out that 1 2/3 from the end red 8-aught seed bead. Alright, I've met up with myself here, both sides. Strings are coming out of this seed bead right there. It's kind of hard to see, I think. So now what I'm going to do is make the hanger. Now, as I said before, I strung about 100 seed beads, alternating red and white, red and white. These are the 15-ohs. I strung these already, just to save myself some time. But what you do is just exactly what I'm telling you. String red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, until you have the hanger as long as you want it. You know, of course, you don't have to do this. You can just reinforce and then tie off and cut your threads and use an ornament hanger, one of those metal ones if you want. I don't like those particularly, and I really like having a hanger I can't lose. I mean, if I lose it, I've lost the ornament too. So no hunting for ornament hangers for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these seed beads and get them on my needle here. And it doesn't matter which one, because we're going to go, once these are strung on, we're going to go through the opposite way with the other needle. Like this. Once they're all on this needle, I will go ahead and cut the thread here and pull out with this thread that it's on in the first place. And I'll meet back when I'm to that point. Alright. Got all those strung on this needle. So I can go ahead and cut off the stop bead there and pull out that string, which will make room for my other string, or my other needle, I guess I should say. I'm going to take my other needle and I'm going to work my way through all these seed beads going in the opposite direction. So I'm exiting here, so I'm going to enter the same seed bead going the other way. Like that. So that when I'm done, I will have two threads through, or that are passing through these seed beads, which will reinforce it. You can actually do it a third time. After that, it starts to get really thread tight. And I will meet you back when I'm done with that. Alright, I've got two threads going through all those seed beads, and I've pulled them down. And now I'm just going to pass one needle through the 8/0 seed bead, like that. And try not to catch it like I just did. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and tie a square knot. Making sure to pull it nice and tight. We don't want these beads to be loose. We don't want the thread exposed. That can actually cause a problem. You could get caught on a Christmas tree and then break. That's what I have. Now I'm just going to take each needle and run it through just a few of these beads on the ornament, just to bury my tail, or, well, the working thread, maybe. Let's try the other one first. Alright, apparently I'm going to fight with that for a little bit. I'll be back when I get to the end. Alright. All I need to do is snip my threads. Be careful not to snip the beadwork, like I almost do right there. And there's the finished project. I want to thank Bead for their heart tutorial, which is what I based this candy cane tutorial off of. Made a few changes so that it would work as just half of a heart. Made it a little longer here. Changed just a little bit right here and in the beginning and the end to make this work. So thank you to them. I will leave their links up in the eye right here and in my description box down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.